Hi, Passionators. This one won't be long, but since it's been a few days and I've had an opportunity to digest a few things, there was just something that I wanted to say about the impact of the tragedy of Kobe Bryant's untimely accident and death, along with his young daughter, and the impact that it seems to be having nationwide, internationally. It's one of the good things that I've seen come out of it, particularly as it relates to fathers and their daughters, is that I've seen many fathers take it as a cue and a signal to make an extra effort to get closer to their daughters in particular. Not to the exclusion of their sons, but definitely to their daughters in particular. And as a woman who is now an adult child of divorce, who had to be without my father's consistent presence in my life for most of my life, personally, that resonated with me deeply. So it definitely made me happy to see that. It's sad that in many cases it takes some sort of a massive trauma, a massive crisis, or a massive negative occurrence to get fully formed adults to reevaluate and to pay closer attention to where it is they put their energy, to where they put their focus and attention. But at least that was one of the good things that seems to have come out of this on a national sort of level, with many people who never knew him personally. Not just sports fans, but people who just didn't have a personal connection with Kobe were profoundly affected by this on a strictly humanitarian level, and understandably so. As a parent who loves their children and who wants what's best for their children, our worst nightmare is that we'll actually have to bury one of our children. The heartache that must be weighing down Vanessa Bryant at this time, I can't even wrap my brain around. That she has to bury her baby and her husband, who by all indications she loved very much. On a humanitarian level, that's a lot to bear. It's a lot to have to process and to work your way through. But without stretching this out much longer or keeping you any longer than I absolutely have to, there's at least one lesson that I've learned by the endless posts and statuses and comments, the conversations that are going on, both positive and negative, surrounding Kobe and his impact on society, his impact in the world, his impact with his family, those close to him and those who didn't know him at all. There's been a consistent thread running through literally everything that I've seen. It is a very important lesson about love and how it works. There is a mistake that many of us make when we assume that what we intend is how we're being received. When we assume that because we meant to demonstrate love, to show love, to be loving, that our effort has been received in that way. We believe that we're being loving because our intention was to be loving. But the vast majority of us don't go back to find out if that's actually the impact that we made. We don't ask very simple questions. We just make assumptions that because we feel loving toward specific people, so we do specific things for them. We think of them in specific ways. We behave around them according to the love that we say we feel for them. And we assume that because we do that, that they know we love them. Here's the truth. Kobe had an impact unlike most of us will ever have just because of his celebrity. So his reach was further and wider, and his career was very long. And so he's been at this for a long time. So he's had a while to make these connections with people. But the reason why so many people have taken this tragedy so personally, in my humble opinion, is because Kobe's impact was built around the way people remember him, whatever their memories are. That impact is a personal one that we create within ourselves, in the theater of our own minds. Whatever that impact is, it's our memories. It is the memories that we made with Kobe and that Kobe made with us that determines the impact. And I would go further to say that in our own love relationships, we are the celebrity in our own love relationships. We are the one who makes the lasting impact on our partners, on our families, on those that immediately surround us. We are their celebrity. That's why what happens to us, what we do, how we think, all of those things impacts them in a way that is often incomparable to anyone else they know. It's about the memories that we make with them. Kobe was a very wealthy man, but I can guarantee you that right now his daughter's heart isn't broken because of something that he didn't buy her. Her heart is breaking trying to process that she's never going to feel her father's arms around her again. It's the memories that he made with her. His wife's heart isn't broken because she's missing a Gucci bag or because she doesn't have a Lamborghini in the driveway, or she knows that 7-month-old that she just gave birth to is never gonna know him. The love that you share with people creates memories, and it's the memories that are your legacy. It's not the stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, stuff is cool. I like stuff. I enjoy all that, and it all has its place. And in anybody's life, it would. We live on Earth. And in Earth, we have stuff. We need stuff. Stuff is what helps us get things done, right? That's all cool. But you know what? When that helicopter crashed, he couldn't take any of it with him. It's all still right here. It's still right here. It did nothing to expand his legacy. It did nothing to increase his impact. It didn't do anything for any of that. And he's a very wealthy man. But that's not why his family's hearts are breaking right now. And that's why it's important for those of us who will never have that kind of celebrity where the entire world knows who we are, to understand that celebrity is relative. It's relative to your surroundings. And there's somebody who's close to you right now, whose entire world would be shattered if you suddenly disappeared from it. Whether it's your mate, whether it's your child, whether it's someone else. Make the memories. Make the memories that you hope will comfort them when you're no longer there to make any more memories. Focus your attention on how you are remembered. That is how you build a legacy of love that will make people happy that you are in their life, even when they're sad that you're not there anymore. It's the only comfort any of us can hope for. The only comfort. Because we've all got a date. We just don't know when it is. Pretty sure when Kobe and his daughter and all those other people who lost their lives and whose families have been ripped apart irreparably right now, I'm pretty sure they climbed into that helicopter expecting fully that they would land safely and carry on with their lives. And that's not what happened. And we are just as vulnerable and as susceptible as any of them, even if we never use helicopters. Things happen every day, and tomorrow is promised to none of us. But we are all leaving and living a legacy of love, intentional or not. I truly hope that you'll make yours intentional. That you'll focus on building memories that will make people's hearts smile, knowing that you were in their life. Build the memories that make people glad that you were there. Focus on that. And then the love that you live and the love that you leave will be more valuable than anything you could ever buy. Thank you for stopping by. I'll be back with another video that's more back to the subject at hand, I guess, a little bit later. And if you have comments, please feel free to make them. I'll be back. But for right now, I just want to remind you that love is the memories you make. Love is how people remember you, how they think of you. When you're not around, when you are around, and when you'll never be around again. Talk to you again soon. Bye, Passionators.